So we had a listener reach out to me on LinkedIn. Her name is Crystal Mitchell, and she's from General Motors. And her question was she's curious to know more about how the EDI worked when OEMs make changes and how that translates throughout the supply chain. So she was curious what that process is and how does that impact the supply chain.
Have you ever played the game telephone? Because that's basically what EDI is across the supply chain. And so, what happens at the OEMs is when they make a change, it goes to your tier ones. The tier ones look at it for a quick hot minute and pass it on through. It gets to us, and then we've got to figure out what actually happened. So, it's a game of telephone in the fact that it could go amplified if they said I want 10 and then the tier 1 says I want 15. Well, no, now I need to go make 20. So we get that often, and we also get the fact where this gets passed through but they don't make the change because they want to make sure that the inventory is secure through the supply chain. So post COVID, you may make a change at the OEM and it actually never gets down to us because they may not accept the downward change and keep the supply high. So it goes both ways. It's either a really big up or a really big down. But for us at the tier two, it's really just a guessing game each week on what's changed and how do you get to see the difference between last week's EDI and this week's EDI to know what the adjustments are. And then can you respond quick enough to get it back up through the channel? The other question that she asked about the inefficiencies, one of the best things we've gotten out of our tier ones and our OEMs is the ability to connect and communicate on a weekly basis to the why. And so the OEMs who allow their tier twos to be part of their manufacturing calls and listen with their tier one OEMs allows us visibility into what's changed. Is there a super Saturday? Are you working a weekend? Are they closing down for 3 weeks on a line? All of those things allow us to have the why behind the data to catch it and be able to move it along much faster.